You can bet your bottom dollar. Great programming coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Stand by. Hold on. Talk at its finest, coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 2 minutes, stand by. We know what guys are talking about. Stand by. A great show coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 30 seconds. Stand by. Don't go away. Stop, stop, stop. If they're talking about it at the barbershop, we're talking about it here on SME. Great show coming up in about 30 seconds. Don't go away. Stand by. It's time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Another great product on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yeah!
Welcome to the Po Politicking Show. Founded in 2008, Po Politicking is a hip-hop meets self-help brand. With each interview, we teach the babies and share success secrets with you, the listener. Past guests of the Po Politicking Show include Yo Gotti, Currency, MC Light, BG, Dead Prez, Rashida, Project Pat, and more. We also showcase the future upcoming stars of hip-hop. Subscribe on iTunes and get automatic updates of each podcast episode.
PoPoliticking.com.
Welcome back to Po Politicking. We're now politicking with Regg Henny. How you doing, bro?
Yo, what up, bro? How you doing, Chris?
Chill, man. I'm doing great. So I was telling them, like, first thing, man, we go way back because you was actually on the first Po Politicking mixtape, Volume 1, 2008. I had 2 of your songs in there.
Yeah, me and the boy Tage, my homeboy Tage.
All right, man. So the first thing, I just want you to talk about some of your daily habits and rituals.
Daily habits and rituals. To be honest, obviously my antenna is always tuned into what's going on as far as with our community in particular. But I mean, it's a regular life. You know what I'm saying? Every day, I'm blessed because I've been working with kids for years. Not something I set out to do, but God kind of directed my path, and I ended up getting a chance to work with kids for a long time, which gave me a different perspective on when I was doing music and really out there. Like, my producer, my best friend is DJ Regg. But I got a chance to actually, be in Los Angeles and work with him, particularly when he was working on one of the labels. And my whole concept really was I started kind of gauging everything I was doing in that realm according to, man, how am I affecting, these kids? How am I affecting young people? You know what I mean? So it kind of was a gauge for my conscience whenever it came to me doing music. So.
All right. I mean, I know you from San Diego. You from Oceanside too, right? Or...
Yeah, Oceanside. Boy, that's my city. I love it.
So I want you to talk about your background a little bit and tell us how you fell in love with this music. Because, I'm in love with this, and this is my girl, so I want to know how you... we sharing the same girl, but it's all good. I ain't going to trip.
Yes, and that's the one girl you should share, and it should be all good.
Yeah.
Yo, man, Oceanside, I grew up in the Deep Valley neighborhood. And it's funny because... growing up in that neighborhood, and particularly with Oceanside in general, is so similar to so many other hoods in our country, because you kind of get this worldview just based on where you come up at, where you live at. And growing up in Oceanside, during the time that I grew up, it was just a lot of heavy gang influence. There was no way that you wasn't at least affiliated, if not actually in the set. So a lot of people just listening to my music probably don't know that or don't pick up on it, because it's not like I'm trying to broadcast it all the time. But that was what Oceanside was like for me and so many other people. Like I said, Young Tage, he came up in Oceanside, DJ Regg. So many of us that grew up out there, whatever, it's like we share this common bond. So Oceanside heavily influenced my view of the world and music in general. And then Oceanside is also a military town, so you get a lot of transplants. Like, I'm not originally from California. My father was in the military, and we originally came from back east from New York, and we used to live in Jamaica, Queens before I came out to Oceanside when I was little. So, we grew up out here, and we have so many other influences from all around, so it infuses itself in the music. So you're not going to hear just one sound that comes from Oceanside. In particular, with Oceanside, you're not going to hear just one sound. In Dago, you might have a generalized kind of sound. Not that everybody sounds the same, but there's more people that sound alike than if you were to say like a city like Oceanside. You find like so much different, particularly with hip-hop and with rap, you find so many different influences there. All
right. And who are some of your influences, I guess musically, like some of your artists that influenced you?
As far as mainstream artists, I was really, really influenced by Rakim, Nas, different groups like A Tribe Called Quest. I was a big fan of NWA. I really couldn't get away with listening to them in the house, but I was a big fan of NWA. I'm an old head, so a lot of my influences come from that era. Biggie was a real big influence to me. I love the way that he was able to spit and say things very clear, tell stories. He was like the Alfred Hitchcock of hip hop, and obviously like Tupac. And I wasn't a big Tupac fan until I actually met him. When I met him, I was about 17 or 18 years old, and he was such a cool dude, like really cool. And years later, I read that about him, that he could go to any hood and kick it with anybody. And that's the exact same impression I got the night that we met him, man. He was,
where you meet him at?
Traffic. Outside of the Soul Train Music Awards, right by the feet. They normally used to hold it at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles, down by USC, and it was right outside of the Felix used car parking lot. A lot of people that from that area might be familiar with that. But he happened to roll up in a car. He was actually he was driving like a little Lexus coupe, and he was in the lane nearest to the curb. And he was at a stoplight, and one of my boys just ran off. My boy Marlon ran off, saw him, spotted him, went to go say what's up. Next thing I know, we standing at the corner having this long conversation, and he's telling us it was during the Death Row rap party for Above the Rim, because they did a soundtrack, and he was giving us directions to it and who to holler at and everything like that. shopping it up with us. And light turned green. And, you know, he didn't even move the car. I was like, oh, the light's green. He's like, fuck that light. You know, literally, that was like Tupac. And after that night, that's when I actually became a fan of his, because it was different from the perception that people were actually getting at the time. If you're not old enough to remember, he's revered now, but he's very, you know, a controversial figure back then. And that was like 94. So it's true meeting him, but I mean, he left a lasting impression on just how cool he was to be talking to you. You're Tupac, and you just taking the time to talk to just regular dudes you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And it was a real cool meeting, though.
All right. And what would you say makes you unique as an artist and stand out from, it seems like we got like thousands of artists out here now?
It's funny because that's like one of them introspective kind of questions, and I don't take myself as seriously as an artist. I kind of feel like I happen to just be lucky. Even with the Reader Project, doing this project, I felt like anybody could have did this project, and I would have accepted anybody doing it. I would have accepted from a Young Thug to a Jay-Z to a Kanye to a I don't care who it is, Project Pat, whatever rapper that's ever, you know, stepped foot in the genre, I would have accepted anybody doing a project like Rita, because it's so based on
what's going on
on the message. Yeah, it's so based on that. And I say I would have accepted anybody doing it, because even if somebody has a change of heart and you're like, yo, that person is just capitalizing on the moment and the fact that social media and mainstream media has latched on to issues that are near and dear to us. For me, I'm like, I'll take any ally I could take as possible, because we need it. We need any voice that's willing to say, hey, I know I've been talking about this for a while, but I'm not going to lie, this is really bothering me. What's going on right now is really bothering me. So as far as being an artist, I've always felt like people might not know this. I mean, not that a lot of people know me, but the ones that do know me, I've been complimented over the years, and I do appreciate that. But the truth is, every time I've written a verse, every time I've written anything or did a whole project, I always feel like, yo, you got lucky. You're not going to be able to do that again. You know that, right? Like, literally, every verse I've ever written, whether it was featured on somebody's joint or me writing 3 verses on my own song or whatever, I always feel like you got lucky. Like,
why is that?
Again.
Why is that?
I feel like that only because I understand the work that goes into putting together songs and writing verses and coming up with concepts and recording and getting it right and mixing it down. I know the work that goes behind it. And sometimes if you're talented enough, or somebody's telling you you're talented enough, you know that, talent gets you to a certain point. And you know that, I'm glad that I'm talented. I'm glad, not me personally, but if somebody gives me that compliment, I'll go, cool, I'm glad that it worked out like that, because I don't walk around normally going, I am so-and-so. I'm a regular human being, a man that just lives day to day, and I happen to see things or things that happen in my life, and I'm fortunate enough to where I could go turn on my Pro Tools setup and turn my microphone on and document it. That's what I mean. I'm fortunate and I'm lucky that I get to be able to do that, and I don't think that I'm as good as this person or that person. I just think that you came up with a good verse. Congratulations. And then if I get moved to write something else, I go through something else, or I see something else that touches my soul, then I'll get a chance to write on that. But as far as how I view myself as an artist, I really view myself as a person that happens to be decent at this, using my voice to do this. If I was better at baking cakes, I would be putting my emotion and everything in the baking cakes. If I was really good at fixing cars,